Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing a review on the one of the last few of the Dino Dan Dino Cam packs, and this is the Baby Dinos pack, if I remember that's what it's called. But yeah, this pack, I'll get a little bit of a spoiler, it's actually a pretty decent pack, and this pack only has babies. It doesn't have all the babies actually, surprisingly. I believe the Triceratops is actually in the Dino Trek pack, and then I think that's I can't remember, but I think that's the only other baby that's not in this pack. And it's kind of weird that it's not in this pack. And then there's also a baby T-Rex, which it's not that it doesn't appear in this pack, it's that it doesn't even appear in the app at all, which is really weird that the baby T-Rex, which again has been prevalent in this franchise for a long time, and well, Toby, which is a redesign of the baby T-Rex, does not appear. It's really weird since again they have a lot of the other Dino Day in the movie designs, but why not baby T-Rex with Toby? Really weird. In fact, the only time they have a baby T-Rex is in some of the other AR apps where they have the Schleich T-Rex, which is not really actually baby T-Rex. It's kind of weird that we just don't have baby T-Rex in this app, but again, anyways, let's actually jump into the pack review. Starting off, again, finally outside recording a video, but we have the baby Smilodon. Kind of concerned because of the other Smilodon in the other pack, but surprisingly, this actually looks really good. The Smilodon in the actual like prehistoric mammal pack or prehistoric creatures pack is absolute garbage. It's like really bad, but the Smilodon in this pack, design-wise, looks really good. Again, the animations, we have the hissing one, then we have that one kind of dancing on two legs. I admittedly think its idle is kind of stiff, but it has the kind of dancing animation somewhat. Not as good as the baby Plesiosaurus though, but still really good. Then, again, it has that one kind of being scared and really raising its back, kind of like a cat. Then it has kind of like the playing animation. Pretty solid, I guess. The patterns and colors in the actual design just look really cool. The face is a bit uncanny, but not too much. Then it has kind of like a roaring animation. Again, these actually look really similar to the baby Smilodon from Prehistoric Park, but yeah. Again, with that kind of cat animation. After the animation, okay, my game just crashed. Sorry about that. Okay, fixed my app and crashed for a second. But anyways, on to the baby Mammoth. And yeah, Smilodon pretty good. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Baby Mammoth, the model's actually kind of uncanny. Like mainly on the head, but outside of that, it's perfectly fine. I do think it's a bit dark. Has the kind of upping animation. These animations are way fluid. The Smilodon was kind of stiff, but the Mammoth's animations are actually way more fluid. Then we have the, again, kind of this one where it rears up and kind of puts its trunk in the air. I think it would have been cool if it had kind of like the one where it kind of twirls its trunk around. That baby elephant kind of do where they kind of like helicopter their trunk around. And then they also have, it could have been cool to see if there's like, I don't know, maybe kind of like Jurassic World Live where random items get put in. Maybe if one playing with a ball, that would be kind of cool too. But outside of that, I think the baby Mammoth animations are decent. It doesn't have too many. They're pretty simple. But yeah, I think the model looks a bit off too. I'll give this one 5 or 6 out of 10, mainly because the model's not the best, but the animations are way better. Honestly, the Smilodon and the Mammoth are like complete opposites. Really good model, but kind of stiff animations, though still pretty solid. And Baby Mammoth, actually really good fluid animations, and the model's definitely a bit off. The textures look a bit off, but yeah. And I think those are mainly the issues. But yeah, again, pretty decent, 6 out of 10. Next we have Baby Plesiosaurus, one of the worst aquatics, simply because the aquatics are already kind of bad enough with the base, and it doesn't help when the baby aquatic's really small. I wouldn't be mad if this one was just on the ground, kind of, since it does do that a few times in the show. The sounds are really nice, though, and the animations are pretty fluid, though they're pretty basic. It's kind of just one where it kind of tips side to side and makes a sound. And then I believe there's one more where it dives under the water. If I can get that one to actually activate. Okay, it has one where it kind of shakes its head no somewhat, which is a decent enough animation if we get closer so we can actually see the model a little bit more. Still just as cute as it is in the show. Yeah, Baby Plesiosaur is one of my favorite baby models in the game, but on the show as well. But yeah, it kind of just has that go side to side animation, that one simple one. Sometimes the aquatic ones are kind of hard to trigger, but yeah, it doesn't have that many super good animations, admittedly. Yeah, definitely not the best. The model is great, but the animations have a lot to be left, and then it's also an aquatic, so very limiting and really hard to move around or even take photos of. But again, here's a really good look at his face. Really good, actually. The model's pretty much perfect. I'd give that one a 6 out of 10. And then we have the best flyer in this game, since it stands. The only pterosaur that stands, you can get a good look. This thing, right off the bat, I'm giving this one 9 out of 10. Again, it kind of has the standing up and flapping animation. The colorations are a bit dark compared to the one that actually appears in the movie, because this is Dino Dan the movie Quetzalcoatlus model. But yeah. Kind of just has a flapping animation, and then kind of has the squawking one. Would be cool if it had a pecking animation as well. But yeah, this is just how all the pterosaurs should be. Maybe have it have an animation where it does get up and fly around. But honestly, even without that, I still think that this is just the best pterosaur model. in the entire pterosaur model. Well, the other pterosaur models are pretty good, but best pterosaur in general, just because it can stand, you can actually see it, and the animations also are really nice. So yeah, 9 out of 10, definitely one of the best. And then we move on to the last one, being Baby Albertosaurus. And the model is a bit stiff and the animations are a bit stiff, but it's also not horrible. The actual model is actually, the actual model like itself is actually pretty accurate. Animation, that jumping one's a little bit weird, but yeah, it kind of just jumps onto something but at the same time doesn't. And sniff, it kind of eating animation. Definitely not horrible. I'd say it's just maybe 7 out of 10. Could definitely be worse, but not horrible. Just a solid baby dinosaur. Honestly, Baby Albertosaurus just needs to get a remodel. That's really what it is. It's not even the Albertosaurus' fault. Again. And I know it is just a recolor of the Baby T-Rex model from Dino Dan, so that's probably where some of its issues come from at the very least. But, yeah. Again, when you scale it down, it actually looks pretty good. I think the animations look better from a distance. Again, it just has roaring animation. So, yeah, I think I'm going to just stick with 7 out of 10. Also has this animation, which I think is a bit different. So yeah, Albertosaurus, 7 out of 10. Quetzalcoatlus, 9 out of 10. Also the word Quetzalcoatlus and Baby kind of fused together. The Baby word kind of just fuses in. Plesiosaurus, like 6 out of 10. I mean, Baby Mammoth, like 5 out of 10, or maybe even 4 out of 10. Baby Smilodon, like 7 out of 10. Pretty good. 7 or 8 out of 10. And then it also has the dancing animation. So yeah, definitely the Baby Pack's pretty solid. So my final thoughts on it is it's actually a pretty solid pack. Has good diversity in creatures. And honestly, if you really like the baby dinosaurs in this show, then I would recommend getting it. But otherwise, I don't know. Definitely not my first suggestion. Though there's a baby specifically like another pack where I'd say maybe just get that one instead. Again, definitely not horrible. Definitely not like one of the lowest ranking, but also it's definitely not up there for one of the best ranking. I think if the few issues that it had were fixed, it could definitely be one of the best packs. And yeah. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of like just all the baby models, so personally not a biggest fan of this pack. But if you are, then I think again it's a decent enough pack. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I'd give the pack like 6 or 7 out of 10. Pretty solid, but could definitely be better. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!